What up? Yeah, sweet. What it do? Welcome back to the week feel, y'all. Welcome to you. If you are new, hey, welcome to you too. This is your girl Lottie here at Tears of Week to Rose Show, where you show enough never know what you're gonna get. We are looking at the word monotony. Spirit said, I'll start hearing Fresh Prince, the Fresh Prince. I almost said a Bel Air. Summer, summer, summertime. We were getting to break up the monotony. So they had us look up the word monotonous, monotony, change. Where we bring the phone? What did they put? Hey, beloved. Great day. I appreciate you for tapping in, Ashe. Thank you so very much. Just a bit of a break from the norm, from all that hardcore rap that's got to be a little bit. What did he say? Something that soothe the mood, romance. I can't remember it. Just a break from the norm, break the monotony. What did he say? I can't remember, and I know the song like the back of my hand, and I can't think of it. So weird. Hey, sister. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Lakeisha, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tapping in. It's something about breaking the monotony. A groove that soothes the mood, romance, or something like that. I can't remember what the hell he said the lyrics. I almost want to look up the song so we can say it right. But it's something about breaking the monotony. So we had to look up the word because you can tell what it is by just listening to the song. It's like get a break from the norm. Like all of this extraneous, like loud shit, like the regular messaging and all of that. It's like somebody that's different. And it's like breaking away from the sameness. The same. You know how every day is the same thing, day after day after day, month over month over month, year over year. Somebody is sick of the same thing. I'm hearing Kendrick Lamar, like done with the fake same shit that's kind of like the norm of the day. Monotonous, boring from always being the same. So somebody's bored with always being the same or seeing something the same way. Boring. A boring lack of change. Yeah. Boring lack of change. So not only did we look at the Webster's Elementary, but we have the etymology. So let's see. Monotony, sameness of tone, the same tone. Let's break the tone from all this hardcore ish and war and separation. Let's bring together a tone of unity, of harmony, love, peace, tranquility, serenity, serentriloquy. It's the word the Spirit gave us. Serentriloquy is a blend of serenity and tranquility. You know what it means? We agree? It's a new word. We did it. We put it in a dictionary. Just made that shit up. Anywho, what did they say? The adjectives from the Greek of the same tone, monotonous. See, breaking away from the same tone, make of two words, mono in tone, derived from a form of Greek, right? By change. Yes, change into something like the change. Yes. It's definitely just giving change. Somebody's sick of the same shit. Sick of the monotony of it. Do something different. I don't know. That's exactly what we getting. So let's get into it because that's what we heard. By summertime, somebody's life, the tone of life, the color of life, the shape of life could be different. Because right now, your spirit could be telling you that It knows that you are sick of the same old boring tone. And so something new could be coming in for you. We were watching a short video on the spiritual meanings of certain sensations in the body, like when your left hand itch, right hand itch, you got an itch on your leg. Our eye has been twitching, the right eye. And so when we looked up the spiritual meaning of that, it talked about intuitive messages, look out for positive incoming messages, look out for synchronicities in life. Things are changing. And so when I realized that they were saying, okay, some positive things are coming in, things are changing, I heard the word monotony, right? And I started hearing Summertime by Will Smith, right? AKA the Fresh Prince at that time. But it's given the freshness. It could be Fresh Prince. Like somebody could be leveling up, right? It could be a new version of self being born, right? It could be you reaching another higher version of yourself. The spirit could be bringing you cues that you are moving from page energy into prince energy on your journey towards queen king type of energy. It could be just a specific element confirmation that you are being called to work with. I am seeing the Knight of Wands, the year of the fire horse is present. See, Six of Cups is here. It's giving the memories of the past. Like it's the same shit. Like I'm tired of the six. All right, I'm dreaming about something new. The Seven of Cups. What memories from the past are you trying to get your attention? Something could be trying. No, it's giving like look. Not that you. It's giving over the shit. And I'm not getting it and like somebody is gonna walk away from their relationships, but you could be. You could be walking away from things that you are connected to, that you have a lot of emotion and, you know, heart energy, but you kind of bored. So if this is even relative to work, you know, friendships, people that you know, family, you know, a place that you love, but it's like, okay, I've been here for the life for somebody could be 60 years. Like I've lived here my whole life and I'm so tired of all of this. I've done everything that I could do in this space and you're being called to go somewhere else. Hey, blessings. Look, Ten of Wands. It's giving surrendering the fight. Somebody may be called to surrender, to release the burden, to let go, for things to lighten up. You may, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. You could be holding on to control. The spirit might be saying it's time for you to let go of this connection to the past. You know you don't even want it. It's like releasing the burden of being connected to something that you have found to become very monotonous. Like breaking the monotony. And Ten of Wands in reverse could also be like the energy of a person unable to withstand this. Like it's too much. Like the yoke or the heaviness is breaking you, like breaking the monotony. You can't stand it anymore. You can't bear it anymore. You refuse to bear it anymore. So I don't know if the Four of Pentacles is you taking control. Right. If you are being called to release control, what situation in your life are you still trying to hold on to? You trying to, somebody could be, you know, yeah, see, hold on, Nine of Wands and the strength. Right. Look, connections to the things that you love and connections to the things that you love is giving a head over heart or aligning your head with the heart. What are you prepared to learn from this love connection? You may have loved it, but shit, if it's monotonous and you're not growing, then it's like taking the strength and the ability to move forward. Nine of Wands, somebody's holding on to something that you're being called to end. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords or Ten of Cups, a magician. Which one are you going to decide? You could be holding on to something that's betraying you. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be losing yourself. You know, allowing yourself to end. And it could be the forsake, you would have to forsake family. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Somebody is holding on to something. And it's a call to allow something to end. It's a harsh ending. Somebody could be trying to prevent a harsh ending for the sake of family. But it's given like the same old thing. Magician, and we see the Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles with the Death. It's definitely given like stress and worry. Maybe trying to work something out. It could be a job opportunity, dedication, loyalty, and commitment. Could be, right? Eight of Pentacles is like you being very, very persistent in perfecting something and getting it right. But if you already felt like you perfected it and you just turning it out, turning it out, turning it out, does this ever get boring? Like you just keep creating the same thing day in and day out. Maybe it's time to change that. Death. Yeah, maybe that's what your soul is calling you to do. To start to put your energy and work into something different, something new. Something that's gonna invigorate you, something that's gonna get your juices flowing again, right? Queen of Cups energy. We do see the devil, some sort of toxicity. I don't know if it's you need to pray on it, if you need to go to the spirit and meditate, figure out what you're giving. Six of Pentacles, is it good for you or is it not? Is it betraying you? Five of Swords, what's worrying you? What's the conflict? Because whatever that is keeping you from bossing up. And I feel like the spirit is with you trying to bring you a message, trying to illuminate you some sort of truth. It's given simple hangman, but you need to be able to see it. Yeah, see it for what it is. That you're bored, you're probably doing something that you're good at, you perfected it, and you just keep turning it out, turning it out, turning it out. But whatever it is to the place of just being monotonous. Oh, you caught us twice. Hey, Miss Jennifer, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for being here. This your girl Lottie here at Tears of We Tarot Show. When you show enough, never know what you're gonna get. Somebody is feeling like they're stuck in a cycle of monotony, and their spirit is calling them to change it. Like you have the power of the magician to bring your ultimate wish fulfillment to fruition. But it's all about whether you will make the decision, the choice to do it, to stand in your strength. Like you are strong enough. I do see a spiritual test here for somebody. So ask yourself the question, what is the shadow energy? What is that devil toxicity? What do you need to face? What do you feel bound to? What do you feel like you're chained to where you have to continue to live in this state of monotony, the same energy day in and day out? Spirit says you don't. Thank you to the Alpha and Omega who brings the message to us, through us, and onto us, first and foremost. So we can be spiritually strengthened with this strength card, right? To bear the yoke that's upon our shoulders. And we pray that we overflow and it goes out onto you. That you receive it, that you are strengthened, beloved, spiritually, to bear the yoke that's placed upon you. And that you overflow. And we meet in the middle. Clarity. The simple things. To create some simple shit like a purple lemonade. I love it. Naturally dyed. It's not the same shit. It's not. That's tasty. See, explore your feelings. We see authentic. We see closure. We see peace. The ability to break away from the monotony. How are you self-sabotaging? By holding on to this shit, stubborn, Nine of Wands, don't want to let go, don't want to relent, being a little bit defensive. Yeah, unable to step into the unknown. It does. We were so excited. Like, oh, look, it's purple like our shirt. Y'all know we don't do none of this. Spirit pick out the clothes. They make the drink. They make everything. We made a simple chicken burger today. We have ground chicken, and so we made a burger patty and seasoned it up, and only thing we put on it was like some chipotle mayo that we made and some cheese, some what is it, white cheddar. It was good. Oh, it was so good. Just simple. I'm hearing the simple things. Sometimes it's just the simple things. Somebody may be sick of the grind and the hustle. It could be city life. It could be whatever it is for you, beloved. But it's giving like a place of simplicity, like stability. You know, even with the 4 of coins, it may not necessarily be controlling, but it's like you're good. Like you don't have to struggle for, I don't know. Some it's giving me the thing of like when we think about the more, oh, I'm striving for more, to get more, attain more, to grow higher and bigger, right? Sometimes people mind go with like all the things, like, oh, I want the, and whatever you want, it should be. It's like, it's not no judgment, but it's a thing like, you know, some people be like, oh, they the 15 car garage and, you know, 17 bathrooms and 18 bedrooms and all this like crazy mansion, like the lifestyles of the rich and famous. If anybody's here can remember Robin Leach, but it's giving that energy. Sometimes for somebody, the more is simplicity, to bring things down, to rest. So it's ease and grace. Like it's just easy. It just flows. It's giving quiet. It's giving the ability to breathe. 10 of Wands in reverse, to take the weight off of your shoulders. You know what I mean? It's stable. You don't have to worry. You can sit in wonderment. You can get into your creativity. It's giving moving from survivability into thrivership, right? Like you can just rest and create. And it's just beauty. Like waking up in the garden every day. Yeah. No boundaries is coming through. And we're seeing, what is that? Emotional release. And that's kind of what we were getting, like to breathe. And even this with the Ten of Swords to the Ten of Cups, it's kind of giving like the end of, and it's even giving heavy emotions, because Ten of Cups is a lot of emotion. Emotional release, and see, catharsis, purification, letting go, create space for new beginnings. The Magician. No boundaries. Difficult to establish healthy respect. Take care to ensure your needs are met. How do you meet your needs? Is the monotony day in and day out meeting everybody else's need? Again, is it that survivorship? Are you looking for that emotional release to allow things to just come down? The end of all of this heavy emotion with the 10 of Cups, like just the fucking most. 9 of Wands to the 10 of Swords is like holding the fucking line. You could be a warrior and just really wanting to end all this heavy ass emotion with the 10 of Cups. And Magician, you know, creating something new, something simple. And we were feeling like waking up in the garden. Look at the Magician. It's like flowers everywhere. I have manifested a life where I wake up in the garden. It's so simple. I get to go outside and pick fresh flowers out the garden. You know, I can breathe fresh, clean air. I'm growing good, clean food. You know, it's just like, what is your scene of peace to break the monotony of the same old shit? I'm Look, I don't want to say certain words because we're like, you know, if you don't want to be sitting in traffic every day, if you envision your life where you don't have this grueling commute, you don't have, you know, this place of employment that you just feel like you working at and it's monotonous and every day it's the same shit, and I'm good at it, but great, you know what I mean? I'm not inspired by it anymore. It's given, where is the inspiration? Where is the ability to create and to feel like, again, that passion arising within yourself? Yeah, look, divine juggling. What are you juggling? Master different aspects of yourself. That's the Magician. The ability to master different aspects. And this Magician kind of, they're giving me like page night energy. Like the ability to be inspired again. Breaking away from the monotony. Master different aspects of yourself, both light and dark, progress and inner harmony. And that's what we prayed for. That was the intention set. Serenity, tranquility, harmony, peace, the going away from survivorship and breaking the monotony and into a place where you are inspired again, beloved. We anything else in here? They said yes. Inner cosmos. To embrace the light, first you must acknowledge the dark. Master different aspects of yourself, both light and dark. Yeah, unseen patterns. Change your thoughts, change your life, beliefs, and reprogramming. So, what is monotonous? What are you programmed? What do you not even see anymore because you just do it and do it and do it and do it? And it's just like, yeah, being caught up in the monotony. Page of Swords, what do you not see? What do you need to see? I'm hearing simplicity. Again, I keep getting simplicity. I hope this is making sense for somebody. See a third perspective. What do you need to see? There's another perspective coming through to try and tell you. Really, Robin Leach was tied to Epstein's Island. I can't imagine a lot of them that weren't. I mean, especially when they don't necessarily think it's anything wrong. A lot of the programming and belief systems tell them that children are accessible, that they can do it, even though people have a tendency to socially frown upon it. But we kind of spoke about that earlier today. Like, one of the things that people are breaking the curses on is allowing children to be harmed and not say anything. Because how many times in people's household are children harmed and they don't prosecute. They sweep that shit up underneath the rug. Like, what happens in the home stays in the home. That's the fuckery, right? And to think and to know that it happens on a mass level is just exposure of the things that we already know. If people were really, really so upset about what happened in those places, then our president wouldn't be president. I mean, like, real shit. We would have a way, a mechanism, so that for one, people knew he was a sexual offender when they fucking voted for him. They knew he was a person that had weird ass feelings about their children, their own children. Like, what's his daughter name? I can't remember. I don't want to say Ivanka because I think that was her mother. But he said that if he would date his own fucking daughter. He would say shit that let you know he was pedophilic, that he was weird as the fuck. But people voted that shit in because people really don't care about it. People really don't. I mean, some of us do because we didn't vote for that dude. But a lot of people don't. They don't. Their religion teaches them that they can fucking rape children and rape women, that they can take and possess them as a property or fucking spoils of war. Why would they really have a problem with that? Second term, they knew he was a rapist. He was a fucking convicted felon. I cannot speak. I know we're getting off topic, but spirit is. I feel compelled to say it. They knew he was a convicted felon, and they voted him in anyway. People will fucking tear this fucking country apart. Insurrectionists, January 6th, for a pedophilic convicted felon. That shit is not serious to them. They don't give a fuck. They really don't. We can go deeper into that, but we won't. A third perspective. Shit, that's not just the lifestyles of the rich and famous. That shit is, look, that shit happens in every creed in every corner of this fucking country. And if we're not careful, we're going to be in a very fucked up position because they are supporting child marriage laws, which a young girl, could get married at the age of 14. What does she know about self sufficiency educationally at 14? Nothing. Married to an older man that's just making it legal for him to be a fucking pedophile, to be a whole goddamn creep. Somebody that's going to financially abuse her because she doesn't have the money or the ability to sustain herself. This is where we're at. This is what's happening. Like, this is real shit. And people are not paying attention to it. Think about the fact that they're trying to take away the right to divorce under irreconcilable differences. That means that 14-year-old girl is stuck in a marriage that she can't fucking get out of. And then you have a president that's taking away fucking resources that benefit more women like her. Because when he fuck around and just leave her without shit, if he chooses to do so, or if she ever escapes, she doesn't have any education. She doesn't have the ability to support herself. So what's going to happen to her and all the fucking children that he made her have? Because she can't even control her own body. She doesn't have any autonomy. This shit is scary. It's definitely something to pay attention to. Just saying. Yeah. And there's a lot of parents that's losing their children because like medical kidnapping is the whole damn thing now. If I'm a person that doesn't want to pump my kids with all kinds of shit, if I don't agree with your decisions and the plan of action that you want to take medically, then I don't even have rights as a parent to say, no, we don't agree. They will fucking kidnap your kid, call CPS until you can't have your kid back because you won't do what they told you to do. This shit is something different. Hello. Hello, somebody. Words that regulate is coming through. Language that leads the nervous system. Words like struggle, can't, which is why the spirit be arresting us. There's certain things that they don't like us to say. Right? We call back any word that may have come against us. Right? We try not to be political, but we are. I mean, it is. You never know what you're going to get on this show. Thank you so much for deepening the conversation. And it does. A lot of times, the justice system will work for the aggressive liars. That's because they've installed judges who will uphold their way of thinking, who will decide and interpret the law the way that they see fit. Because, in our country, I mean, in America's, unfortunately, we do not value learning, beloved. And I talk about this all the time when we were just listening to one of our favorite content creators that, was talking about how this book is composed, like itself, like what it really is. But a lot of people don't want to learn, right? They're not interested. They are afraid to break away from the monotony, from the same old shit. The first sin in here was the ability to know good and evil. The individual voice that they are talking through as of the Most High God, the Alpha and the Omega, was telling the people that they should not eat of the fruit of the tree of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil. Get that right. That they shall not eat of the tree of knowledge, knowing good and evil. Y'all get it? Because in that day they shall surely die. Let's just read it so we can get away from this same old shit. Right? Da, 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 da. Yep. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest eat freely, but the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest, therefore thou shalt surely die. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest, therefore thou shalt surely die. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should not be alone, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Why would God tell somebody or a man that he should not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? Why would the Most High God and say that that's the Most High and say that you shall not eat of the tree of good and evil? How would you know what's right and what's wrong? So, as that story tells us or describes to us, Adam had a wife made for him. Somebody that was just awesome aesthetic shit, made from a rib, and he woke up and saw her and said, that's my chick. No substance to fuck at all. Don't know who this chick is from a can of paint. That shit's toxic as fuck. But anywho, the serpent comes in and tells Eve, yeah, you can eat of this tree. Do you want to know why they said don't do that? Because your eyes will be opened and you would know that you are God. Oh. That don't sound like a bad thing. I feel like it had to resonate with something with her because she made the decision to take the fruit back to Adam and said, "This is what we should do." He ate, she ate. Their eyes was open. They understood who they were and that they were vulnerable, that they were naked. Okay, okay, okay. Now, why would the person or the entity that's speaking in the voice of the Most High God be saying, "You're wrong for doing that"? And then, did they die? Did Adam surely die, or are you going to change the interpretation of death? They could. But did they die just on face value? No, they didn't. They didn't. They were cursed. So, who was the first liar? Was it the serpent? And they always try to change the interpretation of what the serpent was, right? Oh, the serpent is evil. It defiled Eve and fucked up, and she's the mother of sin, or whatever. Father of sin is Adam. Why? If their eyes were open and they had knowledge of who they were, they came into self awareness. Where did the serpent lie? How did it lead them astray by helping them to gain knowledge? Especially if later on in the text it tells you that wisdom or knowledge is the principal thing. It's greater than anything. Gold, rubies, diamonds, all of that shit. Right? They describe wisdom as a female principle. She is the principal thing. So why in the beginning would it be something that's a sin? Why is it backwards? Why from the beginning of the book does it tell you that you cannot know? You must blindly obey and you cannot know knowledge for yourself. And then turn right back around against itself and tell you to seek diligently. Seek where? If you cannot look at anything else, otherwise you would be confused. So anybody that has come around this space long enough, when we got to discerning and we got to studying, we couldn't get past page 1. Complete contradiction from chapter 1 to chapter 2. So we knew it was some bullshit. It was something that was written simply to control you. And that's something that you were indoctrinated into. You're born into that shit, just like fucking slavery for my ancestors, or some of them, beloved. They did not have a choice. That's what the fuck that was given to them. Their trueness, their authenticity, their realness, their cultural practices, their ancestral practices were stripped from them. And they were given something else. So if you are using that book right there, because this shit tells you everything that we just talked about, it's okay for you to go into a war and make a country and make war and fucking enslave them and fucking rob them and pillage them and rape their women and their children, and you supposed to fucking love your master and all that shit. It's time to break the monotony of the same old shit. I didn't know we was gonna go down this direction, but thank you for the comment. What are we way too fucking comfortable with? What are we way too comfortable with? Just day in, day out, just head down and working and just doing our business and not paying attention to the shit that's really fucking happening or that we support even through complicity. If we're not saying anything about it, if we're not causing change, making good trouble towards change, then you are complicit in allowing the shit to stay the same. Anywho, let's get back to the message. A third perspective. To find common ground in conflict, imagine mediating between two parties, you and the other person. What would a neutral observer suggest as a fair resolution? This approach depersonalizes the conflict and opens the door to compromise. Hey, Earth to Wizzy, thank you so much. Yeah, the system has to stay in place, stay in the illusion for other opinions when it says to heed the power of truth. Yeah, they don't want you to get into the truth. And a lot of times people fear breaking away from the system because they're comfortable. It's like you become untethered and you have to find your way. It's difficult to attach to something real. As much as we want to explore those emotions, a lot of people are so fearful of what would that mean. What would it mean if this isn't true? If it isn't real? If it was something that was developed to control you, because it was, right? When you discover, like how we started with the etymology, when you start to get down to the original, not only just the original definition, but it's given the origins of something. How was it composed? How was it put together? Who authored it? Who authored it? When did they write it? Right? Then you start to formulate a very different picture. Even when you just start asking yourself basic questions like, why would learning knowledge be wrong? And was that really a lie? No, it wasn't a lie. So why is the serpent something that's the snake is always associated with wisdom and health, all of a sudden something that's demonized? It represents the ability to shed old skin. Like in this, if you want to break away from the monotony and you want to grow, you have to shed old skin in order to do it. Release this so that you can reveal what's underneath. You are always growing from the inside out, beloved. The inside grows, it changes. You are pushing, it's bringing forth something new from you. You think about it, what happens with your skin, right? Your skin is shedding every single day. You're losing skin cells, right? It's growing up from the layers from the inside out. It pushes away the old shit. How much percentage of dust is really fucking dead skin follicles, beloved? Because you're shedding everywhere. But people don't be thinking like, oh, can I shed? Can I change? Yes, you do it. You do it naturally. You are not the same infant you. You're not the toddler you. You're not the middle school you or the high school you, the young adult you. No, you're changing. You're growing. You're always evolving. But at some point, we get fixed in our mindset like we must continue to persist in a situation when we don't. That's, if anything, is against your nature. You're struggling and raging against what's natural to you, which is to evolve, which is to adapt. So, what is the third perspective? Sometimes you need to see something differently or have another point of view, a different reference point, so that you are able to see you, your old you, your future you, what you're connected to, people, systems of belief. Yeah, look, exchange. What are you exchanging with? What are you giving? And sometimes it's just in confusion. Not even understanding what you're giving to, because they will hide the truth. They will delude you. Fucking investing in some other shit. Invest in the spirit. Invest in your healing. Investing in growing and evolving. Bless you say I'm literally shedding a dead skin in my feet right now. Absolutely, you doing that. Get that pedicure in. I know that's right. King of Cups. Balancing your emotions. See this Ten of Cups right here, the Nine of Wands to the Ten of Swords is saying that this shit is heavy. You're holding on and being a warrior to some heavy shit and needing to have, like, it's given a tough, harsh ending to whatever is weighing on you, and it could be emotionally, a lot of emotions. Others, oftentimes we look at the Ten of Cups as wish fulfillment, but when does that wish fulfillment feel monotonous and it's just like emotionally overwhelming and you feel drained and you want to have that inspiration back? You want to create something new. Magician, you have a choice to make. Head over heart decision, or is it your head becoming in alignment with your heart? 10 swords to 10 cups. All of what you know, every sword, all of what you feel, every cup. And it's given somewhere in the middle, the truth of you be revealed. King of Wands, the ability to lead yourself forward, that strength, that Leo, that lion that's here. Taming yourself is what we're getting. And when you tame yourself, then we can collectively tame everything else. When you tame yourself, we can collectively come together and tame everything else. We can change some shit. Look, now we see a Queen of Cups. That's a match over there. But it's taking a risk to do something different, to walk away from the old shit, to release it, to have a new beginning. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Emperor. You talking about standing in your authority? Standing in your authority. And for some reason, I'm hearing not only to what we were talking about, the powers that be, but we can change things. We have the power. We do. It's given of the Alpha and the Omega, the Almighty itself. It's dual. It's a feminine energy and a masculine energy. For if we be made in their image, right? Two of Wands. Plans. It's given a desire. I feel like the spirit, the Omega, is telling somebody that I have plans for you. That's why we were getting like that twitching over the eye, like there's something coming. It's giving positive news. It's giving the Most High is saying, look out for something coming. You're waiting to be watchful. There's a plan that's taking shape for somebody. It's something coming. There's the Page of Wands. We were saying that page energy to be inspired. Look, justice, balancing something out so that your heart could be as light as the feather, right? When your heart is weighed, look, magician coming back through, Ashe, high priestess come on with all these major arcanas, temperance angel with the chariot. Oh my gosh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas coming out. This is huge for somebody. This is definitely breaking the monotony. It's something about summertime. It's something that's gotten a little bit out of control. Something that's just been going on too long. The shit just done got old. The ability to break all of this shit, to bring an ending to the shit that's emotionally overwhelming, to move away from it, to have a different perspective. This is spiritual awakening. This is spiritual message. This is you going somewhere with the chariot. Determination, strength. A leader, King of Wands. You could definitely be a leader in the making, or you are already in that leadership position, but you want to feel reinvigorated to bring back that inspiration, that zeal, that zest, that fire. You go to the office every day and you fucking go in there and you do this shit. You send your emails, you have your meetings. The shit is monotonous. I do this shit every fucking day. There's no new challenge. There's no change. There's no just, it just is what it is. It's emotionally overwhelming, right? You probably done learned as much as you could learn out of it. Ten of Swords. You're ready to do something different. I'm ready to go back. Shit, I didn't like. Okay, Veronica was telling us about this guy who was a fucking CEO making all kinds of money, right? And got decide like, look, I'm sick of this shit. It is uninspirational. I've learned everything I can learn from it. It's emotionally overwhelming. You know, having all these people on my back, this heavy ass yoke I'm carrying, me, the whole fucking company. And he just threw that shit off. Like, fuck it. And he became an influencer and making fairy shit and just became a big ass kid. Like, and he's doing fine. I'm not saying that everybody could just quit their goddamn job and run off and make arts and crafts and shit. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that it is a way to break the monotony. It is a way to take some of that heavy emotional toil off of you so that you can get back into this the Page of Wands, Page of Swords energy. To be ready to learn, become a student of life again, to be inquisitive, to see the simple things in life and delight in it, the joy of it. Remember when you were a kid and you couldn't wait to go outside and play in the summertime and watch the fireflies light up at night? Drawing inspiration from a little bit of everything, the little things. I'm seeing them little bitty white flowers. We used to eat them when we was little. We probably shouldn't have, but there's a lot of things, flowers that's edible. That's what's in here, right? Flowers. Yeah, let it go. Shit. It's giving the ability, like I see these little bitty white flowers and they had the little puffball flowers. They not the dandelions, but they little ones. And we used to pick off the things and we would chew them because the ends of it was sweet. And it's something with this magician card that's with the flowers. It's the ability to smell the flowers again, to be lighthearted again, to look at Gaia the way that she really is given like the color purple. Like, don't you think the color purple, you walk past it in a field and you don't even notice it? What does it feel like, beloved? Was it honeysuckle? It might have been honeysuckles. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at the flowers. When was the last time you just stopped to smell the flowers? Not pick it. No, we ate it. We did. The honeysuckles. They were good. Thank you. But you don't have to pick the lavender. You don't have to pick the purple cali lilies. You don't have to pick it, but you can appreciate it. You can smell it. You can put yourself back in that inspirational energy. And it's something about what you're to you. Language that leads the nervous system. Words like struggle and can't and overwhelmed. That's that Ten of Cups. Ten of Swords to the Ten of Cups. Holding on. Nine of Wands, being a warrior. Feeling overwhelmed. They encode a language of difficulty, a system of difficulty. Use language that feels lighter. Look, lighter. Light-hearted energy. It says forward focused and doable. Replace hard with possible. Replace problem with puzzle. The nervous system responds accordingly. It's definitely changing the language, changing how you speak to yourself, changing how you speak to the world, how you speak about things. Breaking the monotony. Anything else in this one? No. What would you like? Yeah, Four of Pentacles. See, it's something about holding on or stability that I'm getting. It's kind of like the paradox of control versus being stable. And it's a thing with, in order to gain more, you must risk instability. To move into the Six of Pentacles that's right here, you must risk the Five of Pentacles. You can't go from the Four of Pentacles to the Six Pentacles without risking the Five Pentacles. And the Five Pentacles is that energy where you feel kind of isolated and left out there and untethered and like this place of unknown. You don't know. You are experiencing some sort of destabilization, but it's on the road to receiving exactly what you're supposed to get. The plan, beloved. I feel like we shuffled it. What would you like for us to get? This one? This? The law of divinity. See? The law of divinity within you is the same source that created the whole entire universe. It's already in you. And that's what we were saying. Growth happens from the inside out. That's the law of divinity. Within you is the same source that created the entire universe, the cosmos itself. You are a pixel, a piece of it. We are all the same thing. We all come from the same source. That doesn't teach that, right? But once you understand that it's already you, that's why they don't want your eyes to be open. The serpent didn't lie. It told you that you are God. You are a pixel, a piece of it. Everything is in every variety, every variation. Thank you. Every variation. Do we exist? Just like flowers. How many flowers are there? How many species? How many stars? How many planets? How many galaxies? It is the law of divinity. Everything is made by the divine. Everything is made in divinity. Within you is the same source that created the entire universe. We're going to get the card, and then that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are seeing the law of Dharma. They put our eye on that. Definitely something with the law of Dharma. Why can't we find the card? We keep looking. We're overlooking it. We need to slow down so that we can see it. Slow down. See, that's a part of the monotony. That's what Fresh Prince or Will Smith was saying. The law of divinity is number 8. Look at that. The number of the divine. And it's on page 15. And we talked about that toxic energy, right? It's something with that. But 15 breaks down to the number 6, which is giving and receiving. So let's look. Page 15. Fun with numbers. We love numbers. The law of divinity. Within you is the same source that created the entire universe. It's already in you. It's baked in. You are one with all of life. Your true identity is divine, which means you are creating the entire universe into existence right now. You are a creator and you are creating, what did they say? The entire universe into existence right now. Can you imagine? So when you get to the point where you're like, I'm tired of doing this, what is your soul trying to call you to do? To be inspired to do something new? Yeah, one with the divine. All of these major arcanas, magician, what are you being called to manifest? High priestess, justice, having a world where your heart is lighter than a feather. You're not emotionally overwhelmed. You're not grieving. You're not just like weighed down by the heaviness. It is to the ability to lighten your heart, beloved, to take off that fucking yoke. Shit. The extent to which you unite with the indwelling source, the indwelling, what dwells within, right? The indwelling source and expand your consciousness is the extent to which you will experience your true power. Your true power. You are not just the creator of your reality, you are the creator. You are playing a spiritual game, and it kind of reminds me of like the emperor who's holding a chess piece, right? Sitting on the planet Mars, which is on top of a grand ass chessboard. Kind of crazy when you look at it, right? You are playing a spiritual game, an inverted experience of being divided in order to create infinity. Why are you divided? Because we are whole, we are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. We're all pixels and pieces of the same body, but we are able to experience our individuality. Kind of like cells in the body, right? It's a part of the whole organism. You don't necessarily think of your heart cells necessarily separate from your liver cells, from your brain cells, but they do operate independently. Every organelle within your vessel operates independently. They have a symbiotic relationship, like they work in harmony, right? So that the whole can exist, but it's still whole and complete nonetheless. Awaken the oracle within. You are divinity in disguise. Ain't that what that serpent said? How it brought it right back to this. So thank you. Everything that happens in the message is providence. There's no such thing as synchronicity. Thank you, beloved, for bringing forth that peace. You are divinity in disguise, a god and goddess pretending to be asleep. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to stop playing the fool. Let go of anyone or anything that is bringing you down, emotionally overwhelming you, betraying you. What are you holding on to? Breaking the monotony. It's time for you to awaken to the actuality of who you are, a divine, all powerful spiritual being. You will receive a sign. And we said that our eye was switching. It's an incoming message, something positive for somebody that things are getting ready to change. Page of swords. I keep seeing that. So somebody's watching, or there's some sort of simple truth that you're going to get. It's simple. Don't miss it. That's why I'm getting Page of Swords. It's something simple. It could be a very simple thing. I'm hearing Miguel. I just want the simple things. I just want you Something, yeah. Anywho, listen to that one too. But it's something coming in, so anticipate it. Anticipate this message, and it could come the way that this looks. You see how she's looking out this way, but there's something coming in from the other way. You may not see it coming. You may not. You may miss it because you may think it's something big and grand, but it's really not it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It says, it is time for you to awaken the actuality of who you are, a divine, all powerful spiritual being. You will receive a sign within the next 24 hours from the universe of your greatness. It's time for you to rise and shine. You are a genius. That's what they said. It says compile a list of everything you have created in your life. Then open your eyes and realize how you have created every situation you have experienced in your life. What do you want to create next? Now, somebody could take that with a grain of salt because we live in a world where people perpetrate things onto one another. We do. So everything is not at the hands of you, right? We live in a world of other creators, and people create some fucked up shit. We talked about it, right? It's systems of control that gives them the ability, the allowance to do it. They feel like it's sanctioned and it's allowable when it's not. But the opposition to that shit is the ability to rise up and stand against it, to take your power back and say, no, this is what we refuse to continue to create in this day. Because there's always an equal and opposite effect, justice, karma at the end of the day. Anything else? Within you is the same source that created the entire universe. Somebody's getting ready to walk through a gate. It's a doorway. And yeah, it's something with that King of Pentacles is coming through. We see bliss, awakening, enlightenment. And it's coming from you going within. The hermit, seeing yourself, taking the road, the journey, being loyal. Chariot, determined to move forward and stay loyal. Look, justice. Justice. When we understand who we are, this heartbreak and grief, that heaviness, and recognize that it's powers and systems, of course we know this, but sometimes we feel powerless to stop it. Like, what can we do as one individual piece? We're plenty. We can speak to one another. We can call to the light within each other. We can speak to the divinity within each other. We can tell you that you are powerful, that you are whole, you are complete, that you have the power to change yourself, which is one universe at a time. And every time we change one universe, every time we bring it out of the dark and into the light, we increase our collective might. We do. Because the more lights that shine in the dark, then eventually it's going to overcome it, will it not? It cannot stand in the face of all of our light. So that could be the thing that we need to understand. Thank y'all so much. For somebody, you are being told or given a message or to consider to put down these fucking burdens and to balance yourself out, to get something going. Eight of Swords is definitely releasing the mind trap. Releasing the mind trap. Be open to learning. The texture of feelings. I'm getting, can you feel that? Captain Con Post. That was fucking Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. What is it that you need to investigate? What do you need to learn about? The texture of feelings. After the physical sensation of an emotion, it says to change its impact. For example, if anxiety feels like, why am I having such a hard time speaking? Anything that would come against this communication, we rebuke it, we expel it, we dispel it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are protected. After the physical sensation of an emotion, to change its impact. like anxiety, right? If it feels like a sharp, jagged ball in your chest, imagine it becoming smooth and soft. Smooth out the feeling, like jazz. Soothe the mood, like romance. That's what they were saying in that song. Soothe the mood, like romance. Not all this out of control, warish type of fucking feeling and all of this shit. The music, the monotony of the day, beloved. Let's change it. See those feelings, explore them. Emotional release. How do we release it? This is what they're saying. They said, imagine something that smooths the mood, like romance. Feel it shift from hot to cool or from heavy to light. And that's what we were getting, to lighten up the heart like a feather, right? By transforming its texture, you gain control over how the emotion affects you. So this could be the work for somebody to do. Not only do we see balance with the hot and the cool coming in, right? Definitely heavy around the heart chakra, going all the way up into the higher heart, solar plexus, the sacral chakra is what we're getting. And definitely solar plexus, the ability, the willpower to know the power that is within you, the power of the sun, beloved, for you are a light being. The power of the sun, that which powers this galaxy, doesn't mean to worship a deity. It's just appreciation. The balance that represents life the way that we know it. And that's just it. Because there's many other ways that life exists. For there is only life, beloved. It's eternal. We move from one way of experiencing life to another. It's just transitions. It's growth. It's evolution. So don't allow yourself to get stuck in the monotony. Somebody's spirit is calling out and saying that they're ready to change, to be inspired again, to change the mood, to be soothed, to feel love again, to fall in love with life. It's given a romantic, living in romance. I love you to the next now. This is your girl Lati here at Tears and We Tarot Show, where you sure enough never know what you're going to get. We're growing 1% daily. 1%. That's not big. It's not huge. We can do that. We can shift 1%. Do something different every day. Like go smell a flower instead of picking it, right? Let it live, beloved. You know, I love you like I love the Alpha, the beginning, and the Omega, the ending that called us all to be, the infinite intelligence breathing. Because the word lives, despite what those lies will tell thee. To the next now. This one's done. Ashe week.